now the Universe Man, Mr. Walter Crankcase.
This is Walter Crankcase, reporting live from New York Television City. Seems as though a recent survey was given and they found that more and more drinkers in this country are switching to light beers. That's what we need, more skinny drunks. The camera's not always round. I guess there won't be any film at 11, and that's the way it is.
I don't know, the basic thing about television that I love is it makes bad things seem so easy. You remember Beaver and Wally? People said, oh, Beaver's just mischievous. If I didn't have the stuff Beaver did, my old man would have tanned my hide, you know. And he always asked crazy questions like, Wally? Wally, if I put a dead hamster in the mailbox, will it go to heaven?
Okay, 8K is on the way.
What is this? I thought this was going to be just a friendly ride. Nobody told me this was 60 minutes. What is? I'm telling you. Wait a minute. Here's my picture. Nobody told me this was going to happen. I don't know why this is like this. Why didn't you guys tell me this? No comment at this particular time. No comments, too.
Who are your favorite comics, Alan? Do you have any heroes?
Oh, yeah, I got lots of heroes.
But why do me on your show, wise guy?
I'd always loved comics. And on Sunday night at 8 o'clock, Ed Sullivan came on, and my parents were always a big family about, hey, let's be in bed, you got school tomorrow. And I'd say, just let me watch Ed Sullivan. When I got old enough to really understand variety shows, I loved the show. And every time I saw a comic, I'd go, wow, he's great. Then one night I saw an impressionist. And it knocked my socks off, because it was not only funny, but it was magic, too. I mean, how did he do it? Whoa, that sounded just like
Mr. Ed Sullivan.
Well, thank you very much. Live from New York Television City. Little Topo Gijo, a little sissy mouse. We're going to be out here, along with the Beagles.
It's not Beagles, Ed. It's Beatles.
What'd you say?
Beatles? Yeah, get it straight. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Ed. Let's do it right. Beatles.
Well, the Beatles will be here, right here. Connie Team and Burns and Schreiber. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah.
Those kind of things are what I watched on television, and they made me laugh. So then when I found out that I could interpret certain things and make other kids laugh, then I enjoyed the response I got from them so much that maybe all my life I really knew I wanted to be a comic. Since probably about the 6th grade, I knew I wanted to be a comic. But as I got older and I went through the Marine Corps and different jobs and things, reality was always there. People were always saying, oh, 1 in a million can do this.
Welcome to Mars. Hey!
When I was in the Marine Corps, guys would be bummed out and they'd be saying, oh, all this extra duty and no liberty and we can't leave the barracks, you know. And so I just put a couple foot lockers together and get up on them, you know, make it like a stage and get up there and do stand-up, you know, and I do routines on the base. And
do you find that people expect you to be on all the time?
Yeah, sure do. Sometimes if I'm tired after an engagement and somebody says, hey, let's go to a party, we've got a really good party going on, if I'm up for entertaining, then I go to the party. If I am not up for entertaining, I decline politely, you know, or say, well, maybe, you know, because if I'm not really up for entertaining, then I'm going to be a disappointment to somebody at that party because people expect Alan Kaye to be on 24 hours a day.
The young man that's taking over television, Donahue is scared to death of him, and with good reason. The guy has got a personality that's terrific, and everybody loves Richard Simmons.
Okay, you fat people, let's go. I'm sick and tired of looking at hamster jaws. You gotta keep your face out of the chocolates. It's simple. Okay, if you eat good, you look good. You eat terrible, you look terrible, honey. Some of these girls tell me, I'm not fat, Richard, I'm just big boned. Well, so were the dinosaurs, and look what happened to them.
It's like a gladiator. It's kind of everything.
You need something to set it on?
Yeah, I'll need a chair to sit that on. And these are my personal accoutrements right here.
Personal what?
Accoutrements. It's a new word I've learned there. Okay, we're going to the studio to see what it looks like.
Intercom 2, please. 20, intercom 2.
Oh, you'll love the orange stage.
Orange? I love it. Thank you, Josh.
Hey, man, is this where it all takes place, man? Hey, this is great.
Big time television.
I love it.
Small time one.
I love it.
Give him a first plus.
Great, great. Everything looks pretty great, doesn't it? Hey, this is my medium. You know what I'm talking about.
Right here on Midnight Special, we warming up. One of the funniest men in television today.
Not in television, I'm on television. In television. How's it look? I won't be wearing this early El Salvadorian outfit. I'll have my stage clothes on. And now comes the routine that is my favorite routine. And I'm speaking, of course, of that brand new Dr. Pepper commercial, Devo for Dr. Pepper. Do-do-do-do-do. I said, sip it. Sip it good. Devo. Are we not peppers? I've lost my dressing room. This place is amazing. You have any idea where my dressing room is? I'm looking.
You gotta be sure that you come by. If you want to go walking, go ahead. You got 20 minutes to
I've got 20 minutes to just... You don't have an Alan Kaye t-shirt. Come here. I'm not going to put you on camera. And now, Wolfman Jack Awards Rex of Store Cable is first Alan Kaye I'm Impressed t-shirt.
Well, man, it's so glad to have you right here on the Midnight Special. It's my privilege to award you with one of the finest t-shirts ever printed in mankind. So wear it real good, and we gonna be right back. After this word from Clear Seal, we're gonna get those bumps right up to your face.
And here he is, the star of the show, with epaulets on the collar, ladies and gentlemen, a young man from San Diego, California, Brookneck, New Jersey, an all-about round good guy. There's your shirt. Say hi to the camera, because you're going to be in the special scene. We're getting reactions. How did you first feel when you actually seen the shirt? When you actually first saw it walking down the hall, you saw these people with green towels in their hand, or you might have sailor towels.
Foretaste was first.
Foretaste. I like this guy. Get him out of here. I like to help him out. Which way did he come in? You're not afraid of anything. And I'm not afraid of many things, basically because I'm into Toy, and you'll see that in the routine too. I do like to have serious parts of my show, and part of that serious part is showing people how to defend themselves in high crime areas with the use of Toy. And we'll talk more about that after you see the routine. I'm hoping about 7,000 of my friends are going to show up today. We got minutes to go, huh?
About 2 minutes. The place is filling up. There's about 10,000 people cramming the studio.
Well, I hope they can all get seats. I hope there's no problem.
Well, the scalpers are going crazy.
Well, that's
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. This is always the time where it's like a build-up for me. It's like a heartbeat. And as I get closer, the momentum just kind of builds. Good evening. I'm Alan Kaye, but that's something I'm going to have to live with. We're going to do some routines here on television because it's such a great medium. I mean, how many times have you seen Miss Ella doing the Memorex taped commercial? Why do they have Miss Ella? Why not somebody who knows their stuff about tape? Somebody like Dick Nixon. My fellow Americans,
next time you're recording Willie Whalen and the boys, why not do it on the tape that's perfectly clear? Remember what the House said to the Senate? They said, is that Dick Nixon? Or is that Memorex? Thank you, America.
What does Lauren Green know about dog food? I mean, what does Lauren Green know about dog food? They could have got anybody for the commercial, but they get this guy.
Hello, I'm Lauren Green. This dog here is named Scabface. He's 110 years old. That's nearly 15 billion years to me and you. I fed him on Alpo beef dinners. No better dog food in the world. I raised Hoss, Little Joe, and Adam on it.
Here comes the bear part of the show. You know, how many people have seen that washing machine commercial where the lady opens up the washing machine and it talks to her, you know?
Don't put that wash in here.
Now, the reason why they use that big voice is because a lot of other voices wouldn't work. Can you imagine Paul Lynde?
Those socks stink. Get them out of here.
You know, it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't come across right, you know. Or maybe Jimmy Carter in the washing machine, you know, like, I'm not kidding you. If I see those dirty old underwears one more time, I'm gonna flip out, man. Get that stuff out of here. You know, I can see maybe Kermit the Frog being in the washroom. Hey, man, I live here. Get that dirty clothes out of here. I know we have some sports fans in here.
Hello again, sports fans. How it goes, Sal here. Talking to the most prolific, albeit stupendous, three-time heavyweight champ of the world. I'm speaking, of course, of Muhammad Ali.
Well, sure did take you long enough to introduce me. I'd just like to say my name is Muhammad Ali. I still float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. People say to me, Ali, how come you and Howard are always fighting? Is it the fact that you're just looking for some publicity? No, I don't like him. The boy's so ugly, when he goes to the beach, even the tide don't come in. But I want to tell you something, my poetry is terrific, my jokes are killer-diller. But if I'm so cool, why am I selling these roach killers?
Makes me sad, you know, the three-time heavyweight champ known all over the world reduced to a roach condominium salesman.
They check in, but they don't check out.
Hi, I'm Bill Ratship, and welcome to another PU magazine. On now to the Gourmet's Delight, Mr. Chef Smell. Okay, Chef, we're really sorry about this today, but we're only going to give you 5 seconds. 5 seconds out of the whole show? 5 seconds. This is an état soufflé. 5 seconds. Okay. Hello, this is Chef Smell. We're going to cook something very beautiful today. It's very simple, very easy. A soufflé, 5 eggs, 3 eggs, whatever you like, bell peppers, oregano, paprika, carrots, tomatoes, peas, into the oven. Poof, out it comes. It looks good. It smells great. Don't burn yourself. I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hi, now, for my favorite show, which is already in progress, I'm speaking, of course, of The Gong Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the old Gang Show, a Mexican impressionist. Comes all the way from Guadalajara, Mexico. JP, you're gonna love it. I love this next guy, but I love root canal. Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Pedro. Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, Pedro Rodriguez.
For you, a very famous Western cowboy, the greatest of all time, who always wore a white hat because he's so famous and a good guy, Mr. John Wayne. And judges, I know I'm going to get a good score. Here we go, Mr. John Wayne, and it's going to sound just like him. I practiced a long time, 5, 10, 15, 25 minutes on this one, and I got it to perfection. So here is Mr. John Wayne. Well, put those wagons in a circle, David. We don't want no Indians coming around this place. Okay.
You're probably wondering what this is. This, my friends, is my weapon in Quitoy, which, for those of you who don't know, is the ancient Chinese art of fighting with power tools. Now, how this works is, sometimes if you're attacked on the street, what you need to do is always be cool. If you come out of the grocery store late at night with 2 sacks of groceries, someone approaches you and says, "Say, lady, I want that purse or your nose going to be on the ground." You don't. You drop your groceries if you're a Quitoy master and you reach for that side holster for that little McCullough chainsaw. Wah, wah, That'll deter him, I guarantee it. For you ladies, if he's a sexual offender, whoom, he'll get away from you. You know, there's a lot of shows about nuclear things now, that nukes are in the news. Little Reactor on the Prairie is a new show that you might have seen. Tonight on Little Reactor on the Prairie, they're going to find out why John Boy mysteriously glows in the dark. The host will be Olivia Neutron Bomb and the Nukes of Hazzard. You've probably seen some of these shows coming on because you're looking for something. So, because Kung Fu is obviously gone. That was such a great show. It was like, "Master, why can I only say one word at a time?" And the old man with marbles in his eyes would go,
"Weed hopper, if you want to be a Shaolin priest, you must pass the final test. When wet, which is heavier, the hefty or the regular 3-ply towel?"
So I never put any stock in that. I never really worried about it. I actually would like to have a laser sword from Star Wars and not tell anybody I had it and go looking for muggers. Just carry it in my pocket, you know, walk down dark streets alone at night. I'm all alone and I got money in all my pockets. My rings are worth millions and I'm all alone. Pretty soon somebody's going to come up and try to mug you.
"Hey, buddy."
"Hey, what?"
"Give me your money or I'm going to blow your face off."
This alone would scare the hell out of me. He would move, leave you alone, and never come back. But if you don't like him, you could put your initials in him. You know, I'm under the impression that anytime you're doing something really good and you're making it, you should do something good for somebody else. So I called my parents up the other day and I said, "Look, I'm making it. I'm a big-time comic now. I'll buy you anything you want because I love you. You're my parents." So my dad said, "Well, we just built that new house in Miami County and we spent so much money on the house. We really didn't have enough money for the pool, and you know how your mom's always wanted a pool." So I said, "Hey, how expensive can a pool be?" And I'm not bragging on myself or anything, but yesterday I went out and bought my folks a pool. And I'll tell you, if you could have seen my dad out in the backyard blowing it up, it would have warmed your heart. I'm serious. All expenses. I just forgot it. I got the slide with it, 3 rings with a duck on the side.
How many people have seen that Amico transmission commercial? Now, I'm telling you what, if you believe that, you're as stupid as they are. Because the guy goes out, his transmission is broke, he takes it into Amico, he gets it back in 30 minutes. We know that in itself is a lie. When he gets it back, to test how good the transmission is, he does this. Beep, beep! Transmission must be fine! Where did they get that thing back? Where did they get that guy? Where does he get off on it, man? I like the Godfather's restaurants.
Godfather restaurants, where we feature broken leg of lamb, crushed prime rib, and our specialty, the house of chicken stuffed with another chicken.
You see now.
All right, man. We got enough of comedian Alan Kaye right here from the midday special, and that's the way it is. So I'm gonna get on off, and I hope you all had a good time. Good night, good luck, and if you're driving, be in your vehicle.
I want my name to be synonymous with laughter and grins and a good time.